Ray Chamberlain's done his knee and is out for the rest of the umpiring season. I say that because we're joined by Darren Goldspink, former AFL umpire and well known to us. Darren, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ross. How are you?
Good. You're leading a new program focused on teaching resilience and coping mechanisms to young umpires. I go to a lot of junior footy on the weekend, and often the umpire on a Sunday game appears to me to be roughly 15 years of age. Is that the sort of age you're talking about?
Yeah, most of our green shirt umpires range between 14 and 16. Yeah, that would be right. Yeah.
They do a fantastic job, and I must say in our competition, they don't get a great deal of abuse from over the boundary line, or indeed from the kids. The coping mechanisms that you're teaching, is that for crowd abuse or player abuse?
Oh, it's probably a little bit of both. We found that the young kids, while they're learning to umpire, any sort of abuse that they're copying tends to stop them paying free kicks. They just sort of rather not do anything than do something. So we've got to try and work out the best way of getting them to make decisions, because that's what we want them to do.
Well, are they intimidated, are they, by abuse from from players and over the fence?
Yeah, look, I don't think it's players not so much, but yeah, absolutely. The abuse from over the fence, and in particular the coaches and officials, really puts them on the back foot. And I think they tend to focus more on the outcome if they make a decision than actually paying the decision. So we've joined up with the Beehive Foundation to try and fix that and help them make more decisions.
How do people find out more about what you're doing, Darren?
You can go to the beehivefoundation.com.au. I think that's their website, and they deal with a lot of our clubs in our league. So yeah, and I'm sure they'd be happy to help others if they're looking for something like that. I was
on the boundary line during last season when a grown male from who was being the runner, I think. Abused a 15-year-old umpire, and I noticed at half-time the runner taking off his runner's armband because the 15-year-old kid at half-time had gone straight up and reported him. It was fantastic.
And it depends on what sort of progress they've made as to whether they can do that or not. A lot of the kids are a little bit intimidated by adults and haven't had the experience to be able to do that. But if that does happen, that's what we certainly encourage them to do that.
Good on you, Darren. Nice to catch up, and I guarantee if you wanted to trot round the tan, you'd beat me easily now.
Well, I've only just come out of hiding since you beat me, actually. So I've been living in central Victoria for the last 3 years.
In witness protection.
That's it.
Good on you, Darren.
Good on you guys, thank you.
Darren Goldspink, former AFL umpire. It is the Beehive Foundation. Chris used to service ATMs. Chris, don't you go anywhere.